Hi, welcome back to the channel. Or if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Glad to have you. I am in the shop this evening. I just wanted to make a quick video. I'm not working on anything yet, but I am very excited because I got some sheet metal ordered for the new cab for the C10. I got both halves of the floorboard. The transmission tunnel solid, but I got the two floor pans, and it comes with a outer rocker and both cab corners. So that's most of the rust repair, and I'm really excited. I'm super nervous because I've never done that before. I've never done that kind of repair, or that extensive of a repair. So I'm going to be doing a lot of YouTubing of seeing how the best way to do it. That's something I like to do. Is I'll jump on YouTube, and I'm sure others do it too. I'll watch multiple videos, and one person might do it this way, or one person does this way, or I might take a piece of this guy's process and another piece from this guy, and kind of do my own thing between the different ways of doing stuff, or just learn as I go and fumble through it. But you know, this is pretty big project. For some people, it might not be too big of a project, but this rust repair will be the biggest project I've done. I'm planning on recording it once I get to it, which I still need to rearrange the shop. I've talked about that in a few videos, but I'm getting closer to getting the shop cleaned up and stuff moved around. But I also want to build a dolly, more or less, for the cab to sit on, so that I can sit here on my stool and work at a decent height and not kill my back. But so that'll be its own thing. That'll be a project of its own, which I will hopefully be able to make a video of as well, of the process. So these panels I bought from Amazon. I bought a bunch of stuff, some random stuff. I bought the floor pans and the cab corners, like I mentioned, but then I got some inner door handles and window cranks and a new steering wheel, which I'm excited about because the truck's been needing a new steering wheel for quite some time. And just some stuff. I was glad to be buying stuff for the truck again and feeling like I'm getting back into the process of building it and finishing it and making progress on it. I have been enjoying driving it, so I need to, you know, getting to work on that cab. I'm really excited, because I'm visioning it, and I know how I can see the finish line. In a sense, like I've already decided how I'm going to paint the truck and whatnot. I'm going to paint it back to the original color, which sometime I'll try to get a shot of spot of. It's kind of the turquoise, a dark turquoise color, and it had a white cap originally, and don't see a lot of these trucks painted back that color, and I think it's a really good looking color. Again, especially because you don't see it that much. A lot of them you see a lot of blue, a lot of red, tons of orange. Orange and white is probably the most popular color scheme for these C10s. I'm still back and forth if I want to put the chrome back down the sides. The truck originally had upper and lower chrome trim down along the sides. The bed I replaced obviously doesn't have the holes. That truck didn't have it, but the truck itself originally had it, and so did the other cab. So the holes are already there. I'm probably not going to replace the front fenders because they're actually solid. I do need to get some inner fenders ordered, but I think I'm going to keep the original fenders, and I'm back and forth. It depends on what I decide to do with chrome wise. Because I can definitely weld up the fenders. Won't be that bad to weld up I'm sorry, I'm looking at the truck as I'm talking about it. The fenders wouldn't be that bad to weld up the holes on that, but the doors, I'm back and forth if I want to keep the original doors or buy a new set. Like, I'm thinking like legit brand new, not some old ones, but some brand new ones. But that's money. So my doors are good and solid, but it's had like 3 sets of different mirrors on it, and each time they put mirrors on it, they put new holes in it, and some of them they over tightened and it stretched the metal, and it, kind of made it look like a pimple, more or less, the way it pokes up there, which it's all metal work, but it's saving time if I buy new sheet metal instead of trying to repair the old. But so I've got that going. Here soon we'll have we're gonna bring my dad's 48 Willys Jeep body over, and we'll be welding in a new cutting. We'll be replacing the floor in it. So I'm excited for that project because it's really cool. I'm really excited for that for him. He did some horse trading and got a basket case of this CG2A, and he put together. It came with 2 of the original Flathead Willys engines, and between the 2 motors, he made one run, and runs good. Sounds really good, and like he's building it completely stock. He's not restoring it, so to speak. He plans on taking it wheeling with us because he's tired of riding around with my little brother or myself and my Samurai. So he wants his own little rig. So he's excited to put that together and take it out. And we're gonna go riding at Crossbar with it. And but it's pretty neat. He's come a long way. He's got the motor in it. He's working on the brake system now. He's slowly getting it together. But here pretty quick we'll be getting the body over here. I'll try to make videos of that as well, because that's going to be a new process for me too, but it's going to be really pretty easy, or not, I wouldn't say easy. It's going to be simpler than the C10 floorboard because it's flat. It's straight up flat. And we are going to section a square body Chevrolet hood that he has to replace the floor. And he's got an old hood laying around, and so we were talking about skinning it, and then I got to looking at how the bracing is underneath it. It actually really close to how the bracing is shaped in the floor. So talk about just instead of just skinning the hood and using the sheet metal, gonna actually cut it and use the bracing in the hood as the bracing in the floor. So I'm excited to get started on that, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool, and I enjoy working with my dad on stuff like this. So, but I've also finally, and also since I've been buying other stuff too, I've bought a drill press, and so after my 3rd set of drill bits, so I bought a Harbor Freight drill press. It's really nice. It's the biggest bench top that they had. I've been looking at them used, and I went in there to price what a new one would cost versus what I've been seeing them for used, and I wound up buying a $300 drill press, which was more than I intended to spend, but man, it was nice, and it had the large chuck on it where you can put a pretty good sized drill bit in it and stuff. So I finally got the holes drilled in the light bar brackets for the Samurai. I've got them drilled. I need to dress them and get them welded and then get them painted, and I can finally get that on there, which hopefully I'll get done this week. But I'll so if you're buying drill bits, like I went cheap twice now. I've gone cheap. I had one set of Harbor Freight drill bits. I had them for several years. They were meh, and it takes nothing to burn one up. They cut real good about halfway through, or maybe you might get 2 holes out of it if you're drilling heavy gauge metal. And so when I bought the drill press, I bought a new set of the Harbor Freight drill bits. And I would say if you're drilling plastic or wood, they're great. But if you plan on doing too much drilling into some serious metal, I don't know if I'd bother you. Might as well spend more money. I broke down and went to Lowe's and bought a nice set of, it's like a 29-piece set of DeWalt black and gold drill bits. It's a really nice case. Man, punch those holes out fast with a good drill bit. So what's nice about the new drill press is it's variable speed, and it even has a tack on it, which is really cool. I never even knew that was a thing on these things until I got it home, and then we were playing with it and I saw it. It's got laser, it's got LED light, and it's pretty cool. I was excited about it. You know, I'm slowly trying to. I like to fabricate things. I don't consider myself a fabricator, but I like building stuff. I get a lot of enjoyment out of that, or bringing something back to life, like Dad's Jeep. Like that's something that I find so exciting. Is this Jeep has been sitting for our friend that he got it from. It's been sitting in his yard for 10 years, and it was all scattered around. The body was sitting on the rolling chassis, but there was no motor and transmission in it. Or no motor. The transmission was still in it, but no motor. The motor and the two motors were off in a shed somewhere, and had to scrounge everything up. He's a good friend of ours. I bought a '68 Mustang from him a little over a year ago, and then we're always doing some kind of wheeling and dealing throughout the years. In fact, I'd gotten a C10 from him 20 years ago. I traded him my '52 Chevrolet pickup, which Dad just got back from him. He's had it for almost 20 years, and my dad had it before I did, and so it's back in the family again. Which originally our friend that we had traded to, my dad just got it back from. It was his brother had bought it in '79, and then my dad got it in '97, and I got it from my dad in 2005. Yeah, 2005 I got it from my dad. And then swapped it off after doing a bunch of work to it. But back to stuff. But yeah, we've between the two of us, we've got a ton of projects. Dad's got like 5 project cars. He'll get, and then I've got my C10, the Samurai, and the S10, which I plan on getting in here really soon. But I'll show you the new metal. And I'll show you the new metal. The metal, or the sheet metal, is, so I ordered it from Amazon, and I didn't even see. I was ordering it from Amazon, and I didn't even look to see who the seller was. And when they came in, it was actually AMD, which is Auto Metal Direct. It's a really good company that makes replacement sheet metal. So I just, man, so the floor pan was like $28. The cab corners were a little over 20. I couldn't believe how cheap they were. That's why I didn't even look to see who made them. I was like, man, if they're close, I'll be excited. But then when I saw it was AMD, I was like, oh man, this is a really good deal. So I am very excited about that. And just seeing the AMD on the box, I was like, man, they look really good. The cab corner looks really nice. But so I'll show you the sheet metal real fast, and then we'll probably wrap this up because it's a lot of me talking and no action. So I'll see you in a second. So this is the driver's side floor pan. I've kind of set it in there and see how it fits. So this here is the side that goes toward the trans tunnel. I'm definitely gonna have to watch some videos of this, see what's up here. That's probably meant so that you can bend it, give it some, bend it into exactly where you need it.
or may have to, I'm not sure. They may have a video on their website of putting that in. I'm not sure. But the cab corner, man, and I don't know if I'll need this. I mean, it's a good sized cab corner. I mean, like there's my hand. So I may or may not use the entire cab corner. I may just use a smaller section of it, depending on how much of the metal I need. So, but the other one's still in the box, and the other half of the floor is in there. But I will still need to do a little repair to the just above where this seam is, where the firewall comes down and meets. Just above the seam is a little bit of rust at the bottom of the firewall. So I'll just make a small patch for that. And then ignore my mess over here. But there's the drill press. The Bauer, man, I'm telling you, man, these things are nice. Really, really surprised with it. I need to clean. Like, I left my shaving, so I'm so excited. But I did get the holes drilled finally. And there for a while, I was like, man, what did they make these things out of? Like, Zooks, ZOR, Zooks Off-Road is the company that makes these. Man, this is some tough metal. Should definitely hold up. But yeah, got some good quality bits, and man, went right through it. Lowe's, these were like 60 bucks, and they're well worth it. Like, they're really, really nice bits. And all the way from 1/16 to, what is this? That is a half. So pretty good range there. And there's my vice stand. I finished. Haven't decided if I want to bother painting it or not. Kind of a rat rod look. But I still want to buy I've got my blasting cabinet. I want to get a bandsaw. So I can use to cut the metal with and stuff. Just put a metal blade on it. I get a bandsaw and a bench grinder, which bench grinder is not a big deal. I just haven't got one yet. And so yeah, like I said, I really enjoy fabricating stuff. So having those tools will help, especially the bandsaw. Like, be able to make the tighter cuts, or maybe not tighter cuts. A nice clean cut without having to use a death wheel. You know, less likely to lose fingers, maybe. But we're going to hopefully get that thing moved around, and like I said, I'm going to build a stand for it. So that'll be a fun project in itself, just trying to get that made. Because I want to look and try to figure out how I can make it to where I can rock it back literally on its back, like tip it back, and it sits securely, like it's all bolted to I want to get some square tubing and build a dolly for it to bolt the cab to. And then I also would like to build it to where I can maybe put something on the back of it to where I can tip it back, and it'll roll back and sit on the back, so I can work on the bottom of the cab without having to be underneath it, and it'll make things easier to get to. Because I think I'm going to wind up having to. So I was looking for the floor pans. I found a kit that was about $250, and it was inner and outer rockers, had the cab corners, floor pans, and it had the braces that run from the center of the structure out to the cab corners. And I know the ones on this cab are rusted, and I think they're on that one too. I don't remember. But so I may wind up having to go that route. And if I do, like, once I get that cleaned up, like, I need to get it rolled out and strip everything out of it, get the heater box off. I want to pull every bit of wiring out of it, because when I'm done with the metal work on that, I plan on putting a whole new wiring kit in the truck, upgrade it to blade style. Because you can buy a wiring kit for multiple companies now that upgrade that. You can buy a 12 circuit, which I think is closer to the factory style, or the factory, or get all the way up to a 24 circuit where it has 24 fuses, and they're the blade type instead of the old glass like the truck originally had. The glass are harder to find a lot of times these days. A lot of places don't carry them anymore, and if you do, it's this little bitty plastic thing that barely has any in it. But upgrade to the blade type fuse, all new wiring, so it'll all be nice and clean and nothing brittle. But that's my plan for the truck, as far as that to that point. But let me see if I can find, maybe in the door jamb. Well, you can kind of see it right here. This color here. And like I said, the blue cap, or white cap, I mean. So it went from there to down here. The cap did. But you know, I started to buy a new dash pad, but I was like, I'll wait on that. But yeah, here's the new steering wheel. It's a Grant. I've got to get the adapter. I didn't realize it didn't come with the adapter, but that's what it looked like. It reminds me of the steering wheels that were on the Chevelles in the early 70s. So that's why I liked it. I've been eyeballing that for a while, and I finally got one. But so that's it for now. Like I said, just more or less, hey, things to come. But I appreciate you sitting with me. I've very long-winded tonight, and we'll come back at you soon with some good, hopefully good content. Again, thank you for watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. Otherwise, tell your friends too. Like, share it, leave comments, please. Tell me I'm goofy, whatever, man. But or if you have suggestions or any thoughts, man, feel free to share, comment. You know, try to be a little nice. But I've got thick skin. But thank you again. We'll see you soon.